if we can find people that are close enough. My wife, if we, I don't know, that's hard because we have kids, but like generally my wife has watched almost every one of my presentations, and my parents can fill in. It depends on the type of presentation I'm doing, but I usually wait until the later pieces because she's not technically trained in a lot of the stuff that I do, but she can pull out some of the pieces of that. And the same thing with my parents, as long as I can coordinate. And I'm not like, it's not always the case you want to do wife and parents, but the nice thing about that is they'll give you. So I always like to say, like, the different types of people that I want a non-technical person who is not afraid to tell me that sucked. And that might, that's why I bring family in, because they pretty much know, like, they're going to give me positive feedback too, but a lot of times I'll ask questions like, why did you do that? Like, what the fuck were you, like, not in that way, right? But they'll be like, what was that all about? And then they'll give like non-technical feedback about the presentation flow. And then I also want like different types of technical experts to give different types of feedback. So, I'm not claiming, anyways, I would actually do it live with them. So I wouldn't say, like, because then it puts a burden on the back of their shoulders. Like, you got to watch this in an asynchronous thing and then send it back to us. What I would do is like clean it up in such a way that, and then coordinate it in such a way that the people that we're asking would actually be in the room at the time. And then at the end of the round, we would say, what did you think? Right. And then that's where they would give us their feedback. And then we would take that feedback, they would leave, we would kind of ruminate on that, decompress, reiterate, and then clean up the pieces of it. And I can just say, like, every time that I've done a presentation that matters like this, for my PhD qualifying exam, I think I did 7 to 9 practice talks with at least 5 different, 5 of those were in face-to-face with people. With a final job interview, I think I did 4 practice talks. With the first job interview, I did like 6 of them, including the teaching presentation, both by myself and with others. With the CMC Cube talk, I did this. And the reason is, like, there's a lot, and I'm not claiming, like, let's stay calm. That this is not, they've already paid the money, right? Right? So we're not, like, the stakes of this is to show what we've done. But I do think the training that we would have in this, I think is really valuable for the next phases of your education. And I also think it's valuable for the next phases of this presentation, for the next phases of this project, right? And so I just think, like, I'm not going to rush to that right now, but I'll just put it out there as a way to think about it. And so, like, when for Steve, when he's saying, like, what do you want to contribute to? I'm pretty much like, I don't know how you all are doing. I've been kind of taking a back seat for this phase of it for a few reasons. And but like for you, Steve, I would wonder, so if the goal is between now and July, how are you feeling? Do you feel ready to jump in right now? Do you feel like you have the energy, or do you need a few days for yourself?